Good evening. Welcome to Soundtrack with Birdman. Tonight we're doing Conan the Destroyer. We did Conan the Barbarian last week, so this is like a nice bookend. It's fresh in everyone's mind. Big Al has returned to co-host with us. How are you tonight, Big Al?
Thank you for having me return.
Well,
That was
thank
a
you for
very
coming.
bad Arnold.
That's all right. Arnold does a bad Arnold. How are you, Age Boomer?
Actually, that's not a very good Arnold either. Actually, I'll do a Grace Jones. Grab him and take him. Actually, that's who I should be. Oh, who am I kidding? I was going to pick Mako. I'm going to be Grace Jones. I'll gender bend tonight. I don't care. Okay. Here we go. Where's Grace Jones? We'll pick her. She's the best part of this movie.
She is awesome. She is awesome. I've always liked.
She actually looks.
I love characters that use staffs because I was always a staff guy. Like I would like when I would walk around my medieval thing. I always loved to try to find a long staff just to go around and like swap people with.
Yeah.
So Donatello is your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Actually, Michelangelo is part of my favorite Ninja Turtle.
He was my favorite to use in the games because of the staff, but the favorite in general is Raphael. Because Raphael's the hothead.
Yeah.
And
he has cool weapons too, the sai.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. They always say, you're not disciplined. You know, sometimes you need to let out the rage. Because in the first Michael Bay produced, he didn't direct it, Turtles movie, which I know a lot of people like to rag on. I liked it, and it's because you get to see Raphael get into full rage mode in that movie, and he ends up saving his brothers because of it, okay? Because there's a time when you can't do things refined. You have to just get angry and have righteous anger, and that's what happened there.
Well, like Kenny Rogers carried the county. Sometimes you got to fight when you're a man.
Or a turtle. Well, regardless.
Or a turtle.
Thing, right? Okay, let's see if I can replace it and get Grace Jones on here.
Got your fur baby in the house.
Well,
who is that?
That time. 1/5.
1/5. Hello, 1/5. All right, we'll get rid of Jigen. Oh, I have Sad Mulder on here too.
Hello, Melissa Harris. Thank you for coming by as always. It says we've got 3 people watching. So who are the other 2? Stop hiding from the chat. Don't be afraid of the chat.
Well, I know as long as you don't decide to pop on and do something.
Yeah, I know it's not me because I'm, just on StreamYard.
There we go.
Hello, Joni. How are you? And Jedi Masters Utopia.
So ready to enter the Hyborian age. An age undreamed of.
Yeah, well, it's an
time before the oceans drank Atlantis and the rise of the sons of Arius.
Yeah, we get to hear a different version of that tonight. Let me lower my volume too. I'm so excited. I rented this for $3.99 plus tax because there is not a copy of this in either library system where I live, and apparently it is not really streaming anywhere either.
I could have sent it to you if I'd known.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. I'll do it. My point is that you know what else I did? I recorded off of the Sundance channel, but it had commercials all through it. And I thought, well, you can just fast forward. No, you're going to get ragged on by Al and Birdman here. But it's like,
consider what we did to him last time when he had the regular copy.
Yeah, the regular copy. So I'm just going to rent it. People, when you check out your materials from your public library, please return them because other people may want to look at them, like me. Instead of they end up disappearing because they never got returned. Okay.
Well, I don't own this. $15 for the high definition download off Google.
Did you pay? Did you pay to own it? I take it, Mister.
Yes.
Okay. Now, have you ever seen this movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think this film was shot in HD.
Well, here's the thing. It was probably shot in 35 millimeter, and 35 millimeter can be bumped up to HD. It can even be bumped up to close to 4K. They were making a point that I think like the original Ghostbusters could be brought up to like 3.7 something K because it's film stock and they used practical effects instead of computer animation, stuff like that. So you can actually take a lot of those old movies and bump them up to almost 4K, even though they were shot on film. That's what I've heard. Okay. But yeah, if this isn't in HD, it's because the mastering just isn't there for it. Okay, maybe at some point, Shout Factory, I think they'd be the easiest bet to be ones who might re-release these movies on Blu-ray, because Universal owns these movies, and apparently Universal owns Shout Factory. So two and two together, Shout Factory, maybe bring them out in a fancy edition. But until then, you have this edition.
Yeah. What does yours begin with? Does yours begin with the MGM logo?
Let me play, because I'm renting this off of Vudu. Hold on.
You
Hey,
do the
Boomer, do you
voodoo
have
that you do
Logan's
so
Run on
well.
Blu-ray?
It's the I have Logan's Run on DVD. I've never actually watched it though, but I own it.
Okay.
Oh, Logan Run.
I
That's a
have
good
the
one.
modern Universal logo coming, and I can wait for it to get past that. You know, the one with all 3D. UniversalStudios.com. That's on this thing we call the World Wide Web. Maybe you've heard of it. You can actually go and check out the website. I'm sorry. Okay, now I have the old-fashioned Universal logo about to come on, so that's where I'm going to stop it. Okay.
Oh, you mean MGM?
No,
With the line?
there's no MGM here. No.
Oh, mine has MGM.
Maybe that's because they were the old distributor of this movie. That's probably
Yeah.
why. I don't know who owns it. For all I know, in Europe, it's distributed by MGM, and maybe you have a European copy. I don't know how this stuff works.
Should we go to like the movie proper start, just to bypass all the weird stuff?
Why don't we bypass all the studio logos? That's probably a good idea. Yes.
Yeah, let me see where MGM...
I'll just wait till the Universal logo disappears, and then I'll hit pause. All right. And Daniel, you should do the same.
Okay, now I have Universal comes after the MGM.
Well, then I'm going to go back. Okay, do you want to pause it at the Universal? Okay, or do you want to just wait to the black?
Yeah, let's wait till like right before like when Dino De Laurentiis' name.
Okay, so I'm going to wait for the Universal to fade to black. Now I'm going to pause it now. So it's after the Universal logo.
Are we starting with Dino?
We are starting with the black beat right after the Universal logo disappears. So that's right before Dino De Laurentiis. Okay,
I got a little bit of the red of the landscape.
A little bit of the red. All right, I'll hit play till I get a little bit of the red. Hold on.
Oh,
there you go. Well, now I have more than a little bit of the red, because this is a Roku player, and now I'm back to the beginning again. Okay. This is. Let me tell you something. We're going to a lot of trouble for this movie, and I'm not so certain it deserves it. But I'll try to be kind.
I've got just enough. It's just faded in enough of the red that I see the two mountains in the distance. But
okay, I'm just going to hit pause. At
people in the chat, do y'all hate this film? I enjoy this film.
Okay, I'm not saying that I hate it. But I'm saying that when you compare it to the first one, it falls short.
Oh,
it just does.
But it has its fun moments.
And if they had like done this as a second one and then done a third one that kicked butt and kind of wrapped it up, or at least was close to the original. I keep trying to get to the close to where Al is, and it's not letting me. Okay, I'm just going to pause it at the black. All right.
Okay, I'll do a one count when we say
yes.
go,
I'll just let you know, and I'll say yes, and then do half a second count. Okay, let me just hit. I'm going to wait for it to get to the black again. But no, here's the thing. There are moments in this movie I like and moments I don't like. Okay.
There's definitely a lot less money being spent.
Oh, really?
Seems to be. I mean, look at the bad guy. I mean, look at the ape wizard. Let's throw an ape mask.
I get why. I'll explain to you why that's in there later on. Okay, so that might help. Okay, and whoa, that dog's looking right at me.
He can't.
1/5. Are you 1/5? You have to get to bed. Have sweet doggy dreams. Dream about rabbits and squirrels. You know you want to do that. Come on, you might catch one.
He has before.
Okay.
Before we start, on a serious note,
yes,
very sad note.
What?
Lou Ottens, he was a Dutch engineer for Philips. He invented the cassette tape.
Oh wow!
He died Saturday at 94 years of age.
Oh well, sorry to hear that. But
he also helped develop the compact disc.
Oh wow!
And one thing of note is when he developed the cassette tape, he encouraged his bosses at Philips to make it shared technology so everyone could have access to cassette tapes. So without him, we may not have had cassette tape growing up.
There would have been no mixtapes. So he invented them. He may have in some ways invented the mixtape too.
So,
Okay,
Lou,
cool.
Lou Ottens, thank you very much for your contribution to music.
Yeah, thank you. Okay,
Mhm.
but he did a lot for music, so good for him.
He did.
All right. So, are we ready to put some? Well, you want to wait another couple minutes? What's the background on this movie, Mister?
Okay.
How about you, Big Al? What's the background on this movie? They didn't get John Milius back, did they?
No, John
No.
Milius wasn't available, so they got Fleischer, and the studio basically said, I think we'll make more money if it's more family oriented.
Oh my God!
And Schwarzenegger and Richard Fleischer, who they got to direct, were like, no. But eventually, the studio won out, and we got this. Which
it's there.
There is an R-rated cut of this film out there somewhere, though.
Well, maybe that again. Shout Factory would be the ones to release it. They're apparently releasing. Well, actually, it's not going to be It's not going to be on a rated version, though. They're putting out a special edition of Event Horizon, so that might be interesting. And they released an uncut version of My Bloody Valentine. Ever see My Bloody Valentine, Big Al?
I have not seen that. It wasn't until last year I saw Black Christmas.
Oh, okay. It's a slasher movie. Takes place around Valentine's Day. I get annoyed at the beginning of the movie because the one guy says, "Valentine's Day candy, the only candy I like more than Christmas candy." Now, what is the best kind of candy? Best holiday candy? Let's see if either of you know.
You mean?
Oh, so there's like a correct answer?
There is. It's not an opinion piece, as far as I'm concerned.
I would think Halloween.
Nope. I go with Easter. Easter candy is the best
Easter.
candy. Yeah, people forget about Easter, but I think Easter has it licked. Yeah,
it's that Cadbury egg.
It's the Cadbury eggs, the
Peeps,
the bunny, the chocolate bunnies, and even like M&Ms come out and they're all pastel colored. I'm sorry, Easter candy is my favorite kind of candy. But anyway, okay. Oh, Sound Engraver's in the house. Sound Engraver, you agree that Easter candy is the best kind of candy, right? Okay. I don't know. I'm just. Easter candy. See,
Jedi Masters Utopia. Okay, I was going to go with Halloween.
I mean, to be fair, all candy is good candy. Let's not pick on it. I mean, you're going to get what the Reese's peanut butter bats instead of the peanut butter eggs. But I still like the eggs better. Okay. Anyway, okay. All right. But I'm ready whenever you guys are. We can talk about Conan the Destroyer, the family-friendly Conan movie. What the world needed. Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, play.
And then another second. All right, there you go. Okay, we should all be right.
Dino
presents. Big deal. Dino De Laurentiis was huge. There's a wonderful movie called CQ, which is about like the film industry in the late '60s, and I can tell one character in there is supposed to be Dino De Laurentiis, and it was done by one of the Coppolas, I think, not Francis Ford, but like maybe his son or his brother or something. It was pretty good. Okay, but when Shining King, yes, go ahead.
His intro here doesn't sound as good as the first film.
No.
At least he calls him. Actually, how did he pronounce? Did he pronounce it Cimmerian or Cimmerian?
I've always said Cimmerian.
I've said Cimmerian too, but I heard David Stewart the other day calling it Chimerian. I'm wondering if I've been saying it wrong. Like it's like Cthulhu or Cthulhu. I've heard people say it both ways, and it's I don't know. All right, Conan the Destroyer, yay!
Now, this is totally different opening music from the last film.
It's not bad, actually. I kind of like.
It's not bad, but it's not as foreboding as the first one.
I don't mind it. I'll say this: the score in this doesn't bug me. I mean, I know that the guy that made it thought he phoned it in, right? Didn't he say that? But I think it's fine. I don't mind it being a different score. It sounds like a Conan score. Okay.
It does.
Yeah, the horn. Yeah, the heavy horns and.
In fact, I used to play this game on the Sega Genesis called Golden Axe, which was basically kind of ripping off all this. It's big buff guys in speedos with swords, running around, killing other guys in like S&M gear and stuff. But basically, it's the music in this reminds me of the music in that game. I noticed that when I was playing that game. But
Will Chamberlain, one thing they had trouble with is finding a horse tall enough for him.
Oh my goodness.
You imagine his feet dragging on the ground, sitting on a horse.
He's huge.
He is. He's
It's
a
like
monster.
this is actually a formidable opponent for Arnold. Actually, I'll say that. Okay, Wilt Chamberlain. He was famous for what, basketball? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, basketball and many lovers.
Yes, I know.
He
Yes,
supposedly. He wrote his
yes.
little.
How do you define many? I mean, what does that mean?
They did a joke on In Living Color where like women just kept entering the room and walking out and stuff. It was this whole thing. It's just. It was bad, and like they had some guy. I guess they made him the actor had prosthetic legs, and he was just sitting there, so he was really tall. It was ridiculous. All right, here we go. We have Conan. Now you said he changed his workout routine for this movie. Is that right?
Yeah, he got much more in competition shape.
Okay.
Yeah, because the first one he had more fluid. He wasn't.
He looked like a guy would have looked back then if he'd been working out, as opposed to someone getting ready for a competition.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And
he wore more clothes in the first one.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I'll say this as much as I do like the first one a lot more than this movie, I think, had more influence on popular culture as to what the sword and sorcery barbarian looks like and all this stuff. You see this influence show up in a lot of those video games I played back in the day. A lot of the barbarian type characters you play are basically carbon copy from this,
Well, he looks more like, what you would picture Conan looking at, like fuzzy shorts and, big burly chest and muscles.
kind of almost like a caveman-esque style,
And I don't like to brag, but I was his chest double for this film again.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, man.
Now
I'll take your word that you were the thief's chest double. I'm kidding. I'm being
Yeah, Tracy Walter. I so wish that had been Subutai, but they wanted a comic relief.
Why couldn't they just have both?
You know who they originally wanted in his role was the guy who played Squiggy, David Landers.
Huh. Okay.
And sound engraver. This is Arnold's actual hair in this film too.
Yes.
No wig.
Actually, I don't know if it is or not.
No, it is. It is. It's his actual.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Look at this. Here comes the net. Now, what are they trying to do? They're trying to capture him.
They want to catch him because they need him.
Have they done the line yet about the merchant being angry?
No.
Coming up.
Okay, that's actually a good line. I'll say that. Look, yes, I remember seeing this late night on cable when I was probably too young to be watching this. Of course, it's really a PG movie, so I probably wasn't. I know. I probably thought Conan. My parents were like, "Oh, that's like gonna be like a hard R." No. Look at that. Oh. Why are they trying to kill us? Maybe they want to capture us, then torture us to death. That could be. This is not a nice world they're living in. Okay,
no. That sword costs $10,000.
Wow.
Is it currently up for auction on eBay or?
No, he has it. No, they cost $10,000 to make all the swords in this. The major swords.
I gotta give him points. He's pretty good with those knives. The thief. Okay.
Yeah. He has my style of sword play. Just swing it like a baseball bat.
See, you're seeing some blood there. Okay. I mean, it's off screen, but still, it's probably getting away with a lot for a PG movie at the time. But still, it's maybe there is an R-rated cut out there somewhere, and that. People probably would like to see that cut and maybe even purchase a Blu-ray if it was unrated, if you get all the extra blood and guts and whatnot.
Hey,
hello,
Troy's in the house.
Hello, Troy.
This should be very Dungeons and Dragons-y for you tonight if you're playing your game.
Yes.
Smash.
Oh, no. Actually, that's not bloody. Just so you know, this is not a bloody movie. Sound engraver, just in case you were wondering. Oh, there you go, stabbed.
I love that look on his face. Okay,
well, maybe we missed that line. I know they have the line like, we didn't take all the merchants stuff, and he says we didn't have time. Which I thought was funny. That's something Conan would say.
Remember those tubes you would swing to make that noise? I remember having one of those, like going outside, going, "I am Wilt Chamberlain."
Mhm. Yeah. What's his name? Is him Bombato or something? Or
Yeah, Bombada.
yeah, Bombada. Bombada. Okay, that's right.
I almost said Mufasa.
I know, right? All right, here we go. And who's behind the mask? Who's this disturbing warrior? It's a woman. Her name again? I know she was Ursa in Superman. In Superman 2.
Sarah Douglas.
Sarah Douglas. Okay, she's nice looking. I'm just saying.
Right, definitely is.
Hello, Netters Network. Thank you for stopping
Just like
by.
pointed
Hey,
features,
Netter.
but I like her.
I was thinking about your how to fold a fitted sheet video tonight while I was folding sheets, and I still can't fold that sheet.
I used to work in a clothing store. Do you think I knew how to fold clothes? Probably not the best job for me, actually, in retrospect.
I've always wanted to get one of those like little folder things for shirts.
Oh, interesting. Now, there was a wonderful review on Teleport City. I don't know if it's still there. I should bring it up. Teleport City was a site I used to go to in the early days of the internet, and they would do all kinds of reviews of B movies, and they reviewed this one. And hold on, I'm going to see if I can bring up the dude's quote if it's still on there. Okay. Does Teleport City even exist anymore? Probably not.
I do like that they brought back how do you say her name for
Valeria.
Valeria's theme.
But that's not the actress, is it?
I don't think so.
That's just
You can't
another
really-
Nordic blonde woman they got to stay in the place. You can't see her because the fire is obscuring her face.
Yeah.
And no, I actually have a problem with this, actually, okay?
Well, using her theme?
No, with the character of Conan, I get that he loved Valeria and maybe he would have settled down. I can buy that, even though maybe it's a little bit of a stretch from the character. I cannot buy him incessantly mourning her after her death and not going with another woman. I guess he would eventually, but I mean, come on. This is Conan. I'm not going to say he's as bad as James Bond, but he's more like an Indiana Jones. Like he'll never mind. He's had a lot of women in the books. Okay, I'll just put it to you that way. Not that they would ever show too many details in those old stories, but you know. All right.
Well,
but,
I mean,
the
maybe
guy,
something, you know.
It was his one true love, and there's not another one. It's too romantic. I'm sorry.
And speaking about true romance,
what?
The Pacellis are in the house.
Oh, okay. hello, Troy and Annette, and okay. Now, I'm sorry. Sanagar makes a point. Halloween candy is only packaged as Halloween. There is specific candy for Easter. I will say this: they did make a kind of M&M this past Halloween that had like a cocoa center that was just for Halloween. It was very, very nice. It was like,
well,
you
like
get
the like black and orange.
Yeah, but these were like
M&M.
a specific flavor. Okay, they were just
little pumpkin candies from Bragg's. That's Halloween candy.
I guess those are specific. Of course, those are kind of fall candy if you think about it. Oh, look, yeah, I love this. I love the guy, the rich guy. He's hiding his jewels while they're on the boat. The thief's loving this. What's his name again, the thief?
Malik.
Malik, okay. Does that animal look familiar? Is this the same camel from the first movie? I'm wondering.
It's supposed to be, but how would he know?
Maybe they ran into it since the other movie, and he said, "I hate that camel. He's always giving me trouble." And he hit the camel again and knocked it over because he spat on him. Because camels are
not very friendly.
All right, but
good theme here. Dun, dun.
Yeah, it's a good little
very
March type sounding theme.
Yeah, it has remnants of the orgy and that battle that takes place when they're all eating the people soup.
Yeah, well, anyway,
it has echoes of it.
So she's what? Is she the queen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Queen. Oh wow.
That's some kind of wizard, right? Because he has the staff, the skull staff.
Yeah, Jeffrey Corey, who is he was in an episode of Star Trek, The Cloud Minders, when Kirk was helping the miners.
Oh, okay.
And to try to give them masks to protect themselves.
Oh, and that's what Dagoth.
Yeah.
Now,
Tamaris, I think is her name.
What did I want to say though? So, yeah, in the review on Teleport City, I couldn't find it, but back in the day, someone wrote the review and he basically said, you know, why in all these types of movies they always you send your best men to attack the hero to see if he's tough enough for your quest. You just end up getting a bunch of your men slaughtered. Tell you what, capture a gorilla and send him against the hero. And if the gorilla wins, send the gorilla on the quest. Okay, that's what the guy said. You know, I'm sorry, at a point. Okay, you're just wasting good men just to prove a point that this guy's the toughest. You know, it's like. It's like Blofeld in that one James Bond movie. He's like, hey, you two go after Bond. And they go ski after Bond. And they says, oh, I'm going to start an avalanche and kill my own men with Bond. You know, it's like, come on, man. What are you doing? It's like, you're that evil. I mean, it's like, you're afraid of magic. He's got a point. Mm-hmm. I mean, what are you going to do against what's good are swords against sorcery? I mean,
I love his headpiece in this thing. That big, heavy.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
be good for a good headbutt.
Yeah, that's maybe why he has it. Actually, he's got spikes on it too.
You know, there's a lot more talking in this film and a lot less music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's maybe one of the problems with this movie. Here's your quest. You have to go to the crystal castle in the middle of the Forbidden Marsh. And pass the 5 trials and you know, that's what it's feel. It's feel like a D&D game.
It's very much like a D&D quest. Like, it is.
What? How would you have made this a better film?
Yeah, I don't want to know how old she is in this because
she is. This was 84. I forgot. I'd figured it out.
Okay, all right.
It's like 16, 17,
okay.
25.
I don't know.
Like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, just almost there. Not quite.
What's she been lately? Olivia de Havilland. Is that what you say her name?
Olivia Dabo.
Olivia Dabo.
Matthew Flynn,
okay.
Thank you for stopping by. This is 1/5. I don't know why he won't lie down tonight. Usually he does, but tonight he wants to stand up. So
about 50, this was done, 84? She was born in 69, so.
Just listen to the commentary tonight. We have to entertain Troy. Of course, you guys can do this on your channel at some point, right? Because you haven't done this. We got to it before you and Troy did, didn't we? Conan the Destroyer.
You asked what she's done lately. She actually was a voice in Star Wars Episode 9. Wow. Maria Unduli.
Speaking about Star Wars, I heard that the Mandalorian novels have been canceled.
Yeah, we'll cover that on Sunday.
They just don't want to make money.
And in other news, Hot Toys is coming out with a Rock action figure. It's a legitimate Rock.
Oh,
it's called Rock.
Couldn't I just buy
the Navigator?
Couldn't I just pick a rock up off the ground and make that the?
Yeah, I was just making it.
Okay. Okay. There you go. I thought you. No, you joke, but everything's a joke now. All the news, so I don't know anymore.
I know. It's like for real. There's a Rock in Star Wars called Rock.
You know, I'll say this. You say this had less of a budget, but this is kind of impressive. Are these real statues somewhere? Or they make these for the movie?
Well, they're not CGI.
Well, I know that, but I mean, is it like a model that they're focusing in on, and maybe they're over in Egypt somewhere? I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. I got what you're saying, Troy. No, that's why I'm not understanding Conan's final decision in this movie. It makes no sense to me, but what do I know?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's not the Conan from the books, because I'm sorry. No.
Well, in the novelization of this, the whole virgin thing goes right out the window.
Oh no, I don't know if I want to read that.
And
Is
it's
she a
all
virgin
her
in the book,
doing.
or?
No, well, she. Let's just say she starts as one, but Conan makes sure that she's not by the time it ends. And it's not. And the whole thing, she doesn't have to remain a virgin. She has to remain pure.
Okay.
Pure,
Well,
like pure. Her
again,
her soul is pure.
Again, I didn't read the novelization of this. I was very annoyed growing up that I would go into a bookstore and I want to pick up a Conan book by Robert E. Howard, and there were no Conan books by Robert E. Howard, the guy that created the character, but there were tons of ones written by other authors. And I'm like, what is going on here? Of course, now I might be desperate enough to read those, considering where things are now. But all right, so here we go.
I read they actually filmed a love-making scene with Arnold and what's her name?
Grace Jones?
No, the Queen.
No,
the Queen.
The blonde girl.
The blonde girl. Okay.
No, they filmed one with the Queen.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, the Queen.
Yeah,
okay.
she seduced him, and
interesting.
It was cut out because they wanted a family
PG-13 version. Well, like I said, there has to be a Universal. Get on that. Anyway, here we go. We have what's his name? We have Mako back finally. Yes, we like, and they're gonna. These are.
Oh well. So
these are savages. Oh, we can't use that word anymore. Okay. By these cannibalistic. Cannibal movies were like a big thing back in Italy in like the 70s.
Yeah.
If you want to get the bottom to your barrel of like movie genres, go with the cannibal genre. Okay. They're not good. Okay. Not that I've seen any of them. In fact, one was like, I don't want to get into it. No, we're not going to talk about cannibal movies on this podcast. Okay, on the stream. Okay. Anyway, those were cannibal.
I love how he slaps the guy flat-sided on his sword and knocks him out.
Now, this makes sense that Mako would be in this movie because he's the chronicler, okay?
Yep.
And perhaps
at the end of the movie, he abandons Conan.
Well,
he stays with,
with the queen.
But Conan goes away.
Yeah, but I love the relationship where he just goes, "I need you," and Mako goes, "I am yours."
Yeah,
it's kind of friend you want. It's kind of friend you want. I need you. I'm yours.
He's right, though. If they're going to go going up against a sorcerer, they need a wizard with them or something, right? They need someone else who knows magic. Okay, it's like forget that. You got your thief, you got your warrior, you got your wizard. I guess the Grace Jones character would be another warrior. I guess
warrior / acrobat.
Acrobat. Yes, that's what she is. Yes. Okay. It's like.
I mean, you got a couple good fighters.
Did you not have a problem with the thief guy hanging out with Conan? That seems like a really odd couple.
Realistically, yes. But I mean, that particular thief.
They showed a scene where he actually was able to jump on the back of one of the guys and stab him in the back. So he's not perfect, but he's capable when it counts. So I guess Conan would keep him around. Plus, he may be good at doing thief things like picking locks and stuff like that. Okay. I don't know why. They didn't explain how they met. Okay.
Yeah.
I know when to steal and when not to. Oh, look, he just took something, right? It's like.
I remember, Conan was a thief and still is basically a thief. So he would hang around another thief. And if it's somebody who makes him laugh, all the better. There she is.
Like Grace Jones.
Yeah, Grace Jones and Will Chamberlain did not get along well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she kept playing her boombox real loud, and he hated it.
I wonder what she was playing on it.
She's always scared me.
Yeah, she is kind of scary, but she so fits in this world. I'm sorry. I I have another movie with her in it I have to watch called Vamp. I guess she plays a vampire in that. I'm kind of curious.
I think he doesn't even count to 6. Which, of course, doesn't make sense because he's been schooled in all these ancient.
I don't know. I kept in the Teleport City review. They were wondering, like, is Conan dumber in this? I have expecting him to say stuff like, "Conan like peanuts, ooh, fire hot." You know. You know that at one point Brett Ratner was gonna helm a Conan movie, and that didn't come through. That would have been terrifying to me. Or, you know, Brett Ratner, the guy who did the Rush Hour movies.
Oh yeah,
just he's not. I don't like him as a director, and I was expecting him to do a Conan movie, and like Chris Tucker would be his sidekick, and he would go, "Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?" You know, I was expecting to see that in the movie.
Or Jackie Chan is Akira.
They have Jackie Chan in it too, but then it's like. That's the thing about the Hyborian Age. All the different countries are smushed together. That's why you have all these different peoples running into each other, like the Great Cataclysm happens and all the countries get spread out and throughout the world after that, If you want to buy into that. Okay, that was why. All right.
I can say she is an enigma. She does frighten the living hell out of me, but I'd be like willing to take that chance.
Okay.
Because something tells me that would be something I would not forget.
Probably. Oh man. Okay.
I think she's like way past my pay grade, and I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay. Oh, look at that. She puts her whatever that is. Is that a crown or like on and then she's gonna spit on the ground. Weren't you involved in a raiding party? I mean, you're not really in the right here either. Okay, maybe they shouldn't have been trying to torment you either. But I mean, come on. I mean, you were part of a raiding party. I'm not. Anyway, you know what? I'm just going with it because it's Conan the Destroyer, and it's not as good as the first movie. Okay, and don't even. And now you haven't asked me one question about is this in the stories? Okay.
Well, okay, we're like at the 25-minute mark, and in the first film, like the entire first half hour at least was just continuous music, and here it's very spotty.
It's not as good.
It's a whole different pacing, a whole different style.
Yeah, it's a whole different something.
Different look, different art direction. Literally, they rebuilt the Conan genre from the bottom up with just Arnold at the center.
But you didn't need to
put new stuff around him.
But you didn't need to do that since Conan the Barbarian was a successful movie. Just go with what was successful and do it again, okay? And do it again after that, and just keep making these nice R-rated Conan movies that people want to see. Instead, no, we get the PG-13 movie, but we get to send them on an epic quest, which is just it's
back in the 80s. Though parents took kids to R-rated movies.
Oh please, I would see. There was always like once in a while, like okay, cover your eyes, Jeff. There was always those parts, but like violence was fine though. Violence was fine.
I love how he falls off that horse. You just see his legs just go up, all leg.
Dude, I would not want to fight him. I'm sorry, Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, the one bad thing about having a staff.
Yeah, you can cut it in parts. You know what's funny? It's pity he's the bad guy because I could see them becoming a couple by the end of the movie, right? Yeah. Their children would be terrifying. They would conquer the world. It's like. There was one Conan story where there was some villain that was expert at strangling people, like his hands were that tough and strong. But guess what? Conan's neck was that thick and that muscular that he broke the guy's fingers when he tried to choke him to death.
Oh,
That wasn't one of the stories. I kid you not. Okay. Those are fun stories. You ever bored a night? Just pick up one of the Robert E. Howard Conan stories. They're lots of fun. I'm sorry. They're just blood and violence and magic and intrigue and just it's a good time reading Robert E. Howard. I don't care. That was I made a point that I guess the audience for those stories now is playing Call of Duty, but back then that's what those guys were. They were buying those pulp magazines and were reading with those scandalous covers, which apparently people will complain about. The readers complain about the Margaret Brundage covers, which I have a whole book of her covers actually. Okay, the castle, it holds the key. Okay, the key to what? They have to get the key and then go someplace else. Is that what's going on here?
They need the key to get the horn.
To get the horn, right. Because the horn can't be there.
See, you have to find the wayfinder to find the other. Wait, that's the.
Can't you just use a magic missile and get the key that way? Or I don't know. So we have a wizard. I like the wizard in this, and I'm glad we get to see another wizard in a Conan movie. This wizard reminds me of the kind you'd see in these Robert E. Howard stories. There was one wizard that was very nasty in one of the stories. Like, first he tells the guards to let him out of prison, and then he uses his magic to tell the guards, okay, now kill yourself. Okay, that was a rather brutal way to go.
That's cold.
And I think he's after another bad wizard, this other bad wizard, and then Conan, I think, runs into him while he's dying. It was this whole interesting story. I think that was the people of the Black Circle. All right, so we have now. It's just getting weird. He's turning into what, a mist or a dragon or something, or I don't know.
Bird. Pterodactyl type thing.
Yeah, like a dragon.
So is like your problem with the movie like all the magic, or that's just part of the problem?
Look, I don't hate the movie. And when I was younger, I liked it more than I do now. I'm just, it's
the first one was so perfect, and this wasn't.
This is more of a cartoon. I'm going to be blunt with you. Okay, I mean,
and unfortunately, that's what they wanted it to look like. They wanted it to look like a comic book.
And they've made Conan too much of a romantic character. He's really an anti-hero. If I'm following what I think that term means. Of course, people change what that term means all the time, but like he's not. No, I'm not even going to say that because he if someone does him wrong, he'll give it back. Okay, he will have no problem doing that. Okay, and he'll have, Robert E. Howard characters run in different tiers. Like you have Solomon Kane, who is a fascinating character because he's a Puritan. Okay, he's like in the 1500s, but he does believe God is commanding him to go do these things, though, when he has to go take out the bad guys and stuff.
And that's Pat Roach, isn't it?
Pat Roach? What else he's been in?
He was in
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
The last Conan movie before this.
And Willow.
Who did he play? Oh, he was who did he play?
And Willow?
Yeah.
General Cale. General Cale. Yeah. The big bad guy with the
skull helmet. Okay. Now this wizard's interesting. He's missing an eye, and I kept thinking, did he have to sacrifice the eye to get something? Like it was a part of a spell or something, or I don't know. I keep wondering why he only has the one eye.
Kind of like Odin.
Yeah, maybe. But that could strike me as something diabolical, you having to take something out of your, like, I don't know, like something that you, like an eye or something, I don't know. Or like, I think in the old Aladdin cartoon on the Disney Channel, back when I still liked Disney, they are one of the villains, he was a wizard, his name was Mosenrath, and then he reveals his hand, and his hand is a skeleton. It's like a skeletal hand. So this is what I had to do for power, he made a point. That's a movie we have to do someday, Daniel Heron. We have to do Golden Voyage of Sinbad. I actually have the score to that, okay?
From like the 1960s?
I think late 60s, early 70s, I think that was made, yes.
Yeah. Because then after that, it was the Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger, and before that, it was the seventh Voyage of Sinbad was the first one.
Right. Yeah.
They were all. I don't think I've seen Eye of the Tiger. I need to watch that one.
That was a good one because that starred Patrick Wayne and Jane Seymour.
I know it had another one of the doctors from Doctor Who, and it had Patrick Troughton, and Tom Baker was in the other one. Yeah. So yeah. Too late, my friends. I have to tell you, you're going up against a wizard in a Conan story. You're dealing with something very scary. Okay, witchcraft is not typically shown as something you want any part of. Okay, I mean, I don't think I don't think he ever had wizards as heroes in any of the stories. Okay, I know there's a wizard companion in this. And I think later on in something he has to get help from somebody. But I mean, usually he's very trepidatious when it comes to magic and witchcraft because, of course,
But, to get on soundtrack a little bit, I like the little background they give here. You get those little chime bells. It is very magical, new age, mystical sounding.
And it's completely new for this film.
Because a lot of it's new.
It is, yeah.
And the other stuff has just enough change to it to sound new, even though it's very, very Conan-esque.
Yeah, because they reworked the main theme. It's almost called like a B theme version, but it does play very well. Although Basil Podoros was not happy with the orchestra they got. It was an orchestra in Rome. They were trying to save money, and he was not happy with the performance that they gave. And they did not give him any money for a chorus either this time around, which he was disappointed with.
What?
Yeah.
See, I'm having problems that it's compromised. Come on, you're cheaping out on the score.
Yeah.
Oh. At least tell the guy ahead of time so you can plan around it, right? I mean, that's what the guy did for Psycho. They told him up front, this is going to be a more bare bones score. And the guy said, okay, I'll work with that. Okay, at least let them know. Okay, it's like, you don't get the chorus.
No
it's
chorus.
Ridiculous.
They scaled back the orchestra in the first film. They like really blew out the brass section. They got a bunch of extra brass players, but this one they stripped it down. Said no chorus. The orchestra wasn't very good. They didn't record it very well. I understand all the technical talk, but Basil Podoros was not happy with the finished product. They edited out a lot in the editing room.
Yeah, because I mean the film's a good like half hour shorter.
Yeah,
almost half hour, but and then like you said, I mean there's almost continuous music in the first movie, whereas this one it's
I know, like
lots of breaks.
The first movie's like almost wall to wall score, and this one it's like it comes in and it goes out.
At least he gave her a nice bed to sleep on.
Posturepedic, I'm sure.
Is she supposed to be a sacrifice for something with him? Is he?
Yes.
Is that why he's holding on to her?
Could be something that would freak me out, having to go around that staircase.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably being harsh on this, more harsher than I should be. But I don't know. It's like, okay, so we have to go under the water, and then you have to get the crystal key to get the gemmed horn to bring back to make sure that the woman can resurrect the god of the ancient world or something. And I don't. Yeah. It's just it's.
Roll. And see, he almost failed his dexterity roll.
Yeah, I know. Right.
I enjoyed this one more than the first one, though, as a child.
Well, that's the point. It's kind of made more for kids. Okay,
yeah, it's more colorful. It's like I said, it's got more shiny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything looks brand new and colorful. It doesn't have that lived in look like the first one did.
Now, what do you like more, Conan the Destroyer or Cole the Conqueror?
I haven't seen Cole the Conqueror.
I need to see Cole again.
I might like Cole more than this. Cole is funny because it starts. They don't have they have Kevin Sorbo as Cole, and they have that. Instead, it starts out orchestrated, then it goes right into the heavy metal guitar. While he's fighting the battle. I'm like, yes, you can go with like a metal soundtrack for Conan. It would work. Okay. Has anyone been commenting since then? Was Melissa the last one? Did we lose everybody?
We got 5 people.
I see.
All right.
That's all you need.
So, would you want to recut this movie with like some AC/DC and some like?
No, leave the score as it is. You don't do that. I'm saying if they were making a new Conan movie, though, you can go that route. They did do the one with Jason Momoa, which
I haven't seen.
I wanted to like it, but no. Yeah, actually, that's worse than this. And I thought it was good. They're going back to the hard R. They're going to be having, I thought that was the Lionsgate is making it. Okay, give us the gore. Give us the no. It had Rachel Nichols in it too, and they.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you don't get to see anything.
Well, that's okay because Baroness. She was Baroness, right? Or was she Scar in the Cobra in the?
I didn't see the GI Joe's.
GI Joe film.
GI Joe. I as a child of the '80s, I must admit I'm not that familiar with GI Joe. Maybe that'll be something I have to catch up on. I like this. Let's get the wizard to open the door, and he can't do it. Okay. Well, I use white magic, and this is black magic, and you can't always just wizard your way out of something. I don't know. I mean, so I'm guessing that wizard his magic is cleaner. I don't know. Am I getting that impression? This is just all creepy as all get out. Okay. Mm-hmm. You got the red road figures. You can't see the face. Fine magician, you are go back to juggling apples. Okay.
You said Cull again. I thought you said Culligan.
Did I say Culligan?
A Jedi Master Tony. She played Scarlet. Okay.
Oh, Culligan Man. Yeah, they could have Cole and the Culligan Man in the same movie.
Who played Baron? I'm trying to remember who played Baron.
I don't know who played. I thought it was what's her name from the Layer Cake, the British actress, the one who was dating Daniel Craig for a while.
Oh, I
don't know. Okay, but it wasn't.
Is it Sophie something?
No. Something Miller, Selena Miller, Serena Miller.
Yeah,
Sienna Miller.
Yeah, okay. Baroness.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes. Yeah.
And now this scared me as a child.
Well, now I'm going to say it's odd that the wizard is turning him into this ape type creature, but these would show up in Conan stories. These type of weird like offshoots of man that I guess like lost like I guess how you have the Neanderthals and like these are like you get that these were evolutionary dead ends that didn't quite make it and they're still roaming about the world, and these would show up in Conan stories. In Hour of the Dragon, Conan's left in a dungeon and one is let loose, okay, in the dungeon. He has to take it out with his bare hands, okay, and you see him in other stories too. There was one, I believe, the Teeth of Guadalajara, I think was the name of that story, where like the story is getting kind of slow, okay? And I have to admit, it was not one of my favorite Conan movies, but the Conan stories. But then, like in one scene, like you see, like one of the other, I don't know if these were evil priests or like a band of thieves or something, and they're lifting up this treasure. And then one of these ape-type creatures comes out of nowhere and gashes the guy's skull, and brains go all over the place. This is in the story. Yes. Yes, I know. This is the meme. I like the one that has Rose from Titanic doing it. That's the best one. I'm sorry. That's funny. Stabs don't do any good. What you gonna do about it?
Don't you think Conan should have a magical sword, though?
What?
He should have like a magical sword.
What do you mean a magic sword? What are you talking about? This isn't Black Cauldron. You don't need a magical sword. He's got iron will and muscles. Okay, that's all you need. Okay, and steel. That's why he didn't want to go up against the wizard. He's probably thinking, this is why I did not want to go up against a wizard. Okay. So if you break the mirror, you hurt the wizard.
Mhm.
Okay. This is like I'm playing a Zelda game. You're figuring out what the trick is to beating the boss. Okay, it's like it's like
He's going for the razor's edge.
the boss's protruding eyeball comes out right after he fires the fire breath on you. Oh, I hit the eye. That sort of thing. It's like, what's the pattern? Okay, this is reminding me of a video game. In fact,
That's a nice little heroic fanfare going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm feeling kind of bad for the wizard or whatever that thing is now. I'm feeling kind of bad. That's exactly what I would have done, says the comic relief. Okay. Break the glass.
Gotta figure out how many years of bad luck he's going to have.
I know. I'm thinking the same thing. It's like
7, 7, 7.
I think, did Bruce Lee have the fight in the Hall of Mirrors and Enter the Dragon like before he died or something? I seem to recall that.
They broke some mirrors in the shadow as well.
Oh, by Enter the Dragon rewatch is going to happen too. I have the score to that one. In fact, if you bought the original DVD, it came with a isolated score track on it too. Throw it, boom! Here he comes. Ow!
And he's very stoic for a guy who just got a sword rammed through his sternum.
And it's the same guy who was in the Monster Mask too, Pat Roach.
Okay, now he's touching the key, and is it you can't touch the key or you get disintegrated or something? The jewel, is that what happens to you when you touch it?
Yeah, only like the one who's destined to.
Oh,
she's the only one who could touch it.
No, I like the glass sound effect here, right? It's like glass shattering.
That's cool.
I like that, but yeah, I don't know. This in movies like Superman 2, this reminds me of like sets from Superman 2, like that artificial cold area, that you can tell is kind of a stage. Just, I don't know. All right, Bombata.
They said on the set he was very protective of her in real life. Will Chamberlain was very protective of Olivia.
Well, that's good. Dude is huge.
He is. I mean, he's huge to other big guys.
I know. Well, Conan, Arnold's not the big guy, but I mean, geez.
Yeah.
You had Henry Cavill versus Tom Cruise in that last Mission Impossible. That was like Cavill was terrifying in that movie. Actually, Cavill would be good as villains. That's part of the issue I have. They're casting somebody, he should be playing villains because he's
or like the
better
weird anti-hero guy. I like him in The Witcher.
Okay, maybe that, but yeah, like I buy him as like villains. Okay, like he probably would have been a good General Zod more than a Superman. But anyway.
Well, I think Fanman would say he's never played Superman.
No.
Well, yeah, I don't
Maybe,
like I said.
He'd be a good Punisher.
Here, I remember I made a point about Man of Steel. I did not want to see it, and I saw it, and I didn't like it. And it's like this was before I even understood what the bigger picture was. I remember just not liking Man of Steel. I tried. Okay, is the Crystal Palace going to disintegrate? If this was a science fiction movie, you'd have a computer saying 59, 58. That's what would happen. But We could have like an hourglass turn upside down. You know, when the last Santa's out of here, this whole place will collapse or something. I don't know.
It's like the end of Krull when they defeat the beast and the place starts disintegrating and shooting up into the sky. You're talking about good. That's a good soundtrack, Krull.
You know it is. It's a James Horner, and I think that got a release from Entrada, didn't it? Krull?
It did.
Yes.
It does. Yes. To the set.
Krull was a weird one in that it was not a movie I grew up with. It must have been an HBO movie. Because you know, they either showed up on HBO or Showtime. So I never watched Krull growing up. So I watched it when I was older, and I was like, and I wasn't as impressed with it as I probably would have been if I'd seen it when I was younger. But I don't know. I'm probably being too harsh on it though. I should probably give it another look. But because sword and sorcery type movies were few and far between. Okay, the heroic fantasy was considered weird. But there was something about Conan that even got the mainstream audiences interested, maybe because it wasn't as far removed as something like Lord of the Rings is.
And Arnold was a good selling point.
Yeah. Like when Lord of the Rings came out, I was nervous that it would not do well. Okay, I was. I love the books, but I was
Yeah, I was worried that they just weren't gonna. It wasn't going to be a good adaptation. I remember the first time I saw it, because I was working with Borders at the time, and we got all kinds of. I wish I still had like a lot of the material we had for merchandising, but I remember watching it and thinking they pulled it out of my head because a lot of it was how I pictured it.
Yeah, I was surprised too at that, of how much it did reflect a lot of what I imagined when I was reading the books. And what I thought was interesting, like when that first trailer appeared, the first trailer was like a teaser trailer. And all it was, and I always said if I was going to do a Lord of the Rings trailer, I would do the poem for the ring, and then they did the poem for the ring in the first teaser trailer, you know, but the one ring to bind them and all that, and then they show just them just walking across the mountains, okay, you know, Frodo and all them, and you just see that in the trailer, and I'm watching this, I'm like, I am so hyped for this, and then I saw like the second trailer that, like the trailer that premiered, I think after an episode of Angel on the CW, and I was like. Like that one trailer that just
I remember when the second one came out, they had like a whole half-hour show, like, you know, coming this week. It was like the week before it came out, and it was like a half an hour of the making of kind of thing. And and then they would show a special scene, and it was the warg scene when the wargs started coming with the orcs riding them. Here's Sven Ole Thorson again. No hammer this time.
Troy says we do a Bruce Lee film. We should have Netter on. That's her jam. Okay. Look at that though.
Adding the little spark.
Now, who are these guys right here?
Bev Mordas.
So they're working for the Queen. Okay, they're working for the Queen.
They want to eliminate Conan and his.
The Queen's better looking than Bab Mordas. I know the comparison. Willow. We will do Willow at some point.
Yeah, Willow is awesome.
Willow, I like. People are very mixed on it, but I remember as a kid really enjoying it, and I still like it. I thought for the time it was the biggest budget fantasy movie you could hope for. You know,
George Lucas and Ron Howard wanted to make Lord of the Rings, but they couldn't get the rights.
But I thought Willow was fine on its own. I wouldn't have minded getting. I would have liked sequels to that. I guess people didn't bother seeing it.
I would too.
I mean, I guess we're getting a sequel of sorts, but I'm not trusting Lucasfilm right now. But anyway, maybe Big Al can let us know if it's any good or not when the series airs.
I could do this move a long time ago.
Oh, really? Impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know people who can sword dance. That's incredible. I can't even imagine the amount of discipline, because I start sword dancing, I cut my foot off. Okay, you know, it's like it's.
I like the look on his face. Blah!
All right. Well, okay. to stop. I thought you were going to hurt the girl.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is one of the Queen's guards. Why do they attack us? Oh, not by her order. Must have. For all I know, you paid them off. They were working for you. I don't know.
I just love how she
I'm
barely
gonna keep
put
my
enough
eye on
force.
you, Conan. Okay, I don't know if I can trust you.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's so obvious. I'm like, Conan, you're not that dumb. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Conan is actually fairly smart. Okay, for a barbarian. Okay, he's very street smart too. Okay. I like the one Conan story I read where there's a hotel, and it's there. Yeah, basically whatever. I'm not kidding you. It's like it's an inn. Okay, I guess it was an inn, and in the basement were these cannibals that the guy that ran the motel would feed guests to. Okay, I'm not kidding you. Okay, and I think Conan got so horrified by that he took the guy and he I think he cut his nose off and beard off so he wouldn't be recognizable with the cannibals and fed him to the cannibals.
Wow.
Okay.
Move a little high there, buddy.
She's in great shape. I could buy her as a warrior woman. I'm sorry. What do you think you're doing? Covering your wound? Yeah, I bet you are. You don't want the infection. My wound is lower. Oh, that's right. You try to help somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to help yourself, pal.
And he ain't even got Twitter, you know? I mean, feel kind of sorry for him.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, tell me about it. Of course, she could just Cleveland too. I mean, it's like when we do
he's feeling no pain.
Yeah, because he's drinking. When we do UHF, we can do a commentary on Conan the Librarian.
Yeah,
that would be you, right?
Do you know you're doing some system?
Oh man, I have an overdue fine, and like, was the guy willing to pay it? If he's willing to pay it, just let him pay it. Don't kill him. Okay, it's like
what's the largest library fine you've ever seen?
Well, I can be passing out personal government information like that, but it may range in the hundreds sometimes.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll have to ask that question. I don't know. If a person loses materials, they have to pay for those materials. Okay, you are responsible for materials you check out. And if you check out too many items, then they can add up.
Now, see, is it smart to get drunk when you're suspecting of like being attacked?
Look at that. She doesn't look like her, but she has the same spirit. Same Karamsha. I don't know what he's got strength. Mm-hmm. She's not some princess with some pretty princess with long flowing blonde hair. I can't stand that. Okay, I don't know.
See, it was at this point in the book.
No. If I
remember correctly,
the book is not canon in this series.
No,
we're going by the movie. I don't care whatever twisted freak fantasies.
In the novelization of the movie. Conan and her hook up.
The only novelization of a movie I've read is Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. Okay.
See, a lot of times you get extra.
Yeah, there was an extra story about kind of a loser guy that couldn't find his way in life, and you followed his story along with Batman's, and then he ends up being the guy in the ship that asks Andrea if she says, "Do you want to be alone?" She says, "I am." That was that guy. They give his life story in the book because I don't know. They needed filler. I don't know. Well, it seems that men like women warriors. Okay.
I do.
I could teach how to use this.
She is a nice looking girl.
Yeah, she's a pretty woman. I loved her in Spirit of 76 though. I highly recommend that.
Yeah, and her sister was a Bond girl, I believe.
Oh, really? Who was she in?
Mary Dabo? Or was it Olivia that was the Bond girl?
No, she wasn't.
Has a sister.
She wasn't in a Bond
Mary
girl. It must have been her sister. I wonder what Bond movie she was in.
It was, I think,
Living
The Living
Daylights?
Daylights. I think Living Daylights.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that. No, I see the resemblance. Yes. Okay. The love interest in Living Daylights. Yes.
The toothpick.
Daylights was fairly proper for a Bond movie. I don't even know if he sleeps with any women in that movie. I think it may be alluded to that he might have with the first one, but they don't show anything. And then
yeah, you're right. He doesn't really get it on.
Kind of a nice romantic relationship he has with the and she's a violinist too, I think, too, isn't she? Yeah.
Cello.
Oh, cello. Okay.
What? I swing over your head. That was almost took Malik's head off.
Now you're ready to take on anybody. I remember in Golden Axe, you could play as the barbarian woman, or a dwarf.
I would do the dwarf. I love the dwarf.
The dwarf was cool. The dwarf had an axe too. The other two had swords.
The first time I ever played D&D was in college, and my first character was a dwarf. Baltic.
It's always smart to get drunk. Alcohol is a way of life. Alcohol is my way of life, and I aim to keep it. Yes.
Just grab him and take him.
Take him.
Yeah. Like that. Just like that.
She's got a spear. I like the spear. What did she say? No, she said that if she wanted a man, she'd reach out and take him. It's not bad advice. I mean, you've got him. What do you do with him? Oh, I love this. This is funny. Okay, that's easy. Well, you see, in order for a man to really know a woman, he tried to explain the birds and the bees, and like he can't to join. Okay, yeah. Take his and grab her by the. There you have it. Join.
There you are.
I mean, how do you think the flowers grow? What?
She's more confused than ever.
Yeah, I know. This is a bizarre movie. I'm sorry. This is just it's.
You know, the original soundtrack release of this is like, I think 35 minutes.
Yeah, it's not all the music.
It's not a bit.
No, it's not all the music.
I have it.
But you've got it on CD?
I think I do somewhere.
Really?
I mean, like just the disc. Like,
is it rare? Is it a rare CD, Daniel?
Like anywhere from like $25 to $100, depending how much you want to pay for it.
Okay.
Wow. No, I think I just bought it.
But it's so short. I mean, I'm just like.
I think I do. I think I have it. I'm not 100%.
You know, in the fall, I wanted to order this. They had a Disneyland Haunted House record, not the Haunted Mansion, a Haunted House record. And I guess I thought they had it on CD, and I ordered it, and it wasn't the Disneyland thing. Somebody put the wrong image on there. I was not happy. That's kind of off topic though. But
I ordered the Conan the Barbarian original soundtrack on LP last. I think we were in like November, and it came in like January. And it wasn't the original soundtrack. It was the original storybook on LP. I was like, God.
So what? Wait a minute. What do you mean the original storybook? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Like,
for the movie?
Yeah, like back in the day, they would do like a storybook of the movie on LP. Like, this is the story of Conan the Barbarian. His father was a blacksmith.
Wait a minute. Was this like made for kids?
Yeah.
Wait, did it come with like a little booklet too?
Mine didn't. I mean, it's a full-size LP. It's not a 45.
I used to get little records. I used to get little books with records, and you'd read along. And I got the Raiders of the Lost Ark one, and the Raiders of the Lost Ark one said, "Turn the page when you hear the bullwhip crack."
Yeah.
And with the Star Wars one, it was turn the page when you hear R2D2, and the R2D would do with the noise. Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, with the first 3 Star Wars films, they have the story of.
Yeah, I used to have those,
and it was like the sound from the film.
That's probably how
audio,
I figured out
audio and dialogue and everything.
That's probably how I figured out the plot of Empire before I saw Jedi, because I didn't see Jedi, I didn't see Empire. I saw Star Wars, Jedi, and then Empire later. Okay, so
I'll send it to you if you're interested in it.
No, just
because I was like,
sell them back on eBay, Daniel. Did you have the Swamp Thing one? That I might want. Actually, you can find them all on YouTube now too. They have the G.I. Joe one where I think he says something about ignorant savages or something in one of the records. It's like, Screams, what's she doing? She don't like rats. I don't blame her. Everybody's got something.
Yep.
I don't like wasps. Okay.
I like how she's like, what? That's a little shrug. That's one thing I need to get an actual record player again. I've got some like old records and stuff. It'd be cool to play.
They make them now. You can buy them.
Yeah, I don't really want to get anything big until
Well, you know what? They have like a portable one I've seen, and you can actually plug a thumb drive into it.
Don't buy one of those.
But I was saying he could make MP3s from his record. Okay, you're not like, okay, never mind. Well, Daniel's the sound expert. Ask him. Here we are. Look where we are.
If you want to make a digital copy of an LP, Audio Technica makes a record player specifically for that. I think they run about $250.
$250. Remember the old ones that look like a suitcase you could open up?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, whatever. Don't be an audio snob.
I bought one. I bought one, and like the top flips back, it leans back, and the tip touches the record as it spins, and it causes the sound to warp. So don't do it. Not worth it.
Hey, Daniel, you're a sound expert. Is Sansui a good brand?
San what?
Sansui. Does that sound familiar to you?
Sansui.
No. Okay. I don't recognize the name.
All right, never mind.
Sanyo.
It's other two YouTuber I like. Oh, maybe the guy says it wrong.
This is the Wheel of Pain track from the first movie.
That's the problem. They're reusing music that doesn't belong here. And of course there's skulls and everything on there. All right, you have to go inside the Forbidden Temple.
I like how he's
get the crystal and use the crystal to get the jeweled horn that you will then have to insert into. See, this is I'm saying. This is like it's like a fetch quest. Oh, it's like a lock. He's going to try and figure out how to lock the door.
That was a lot of effort for him.
Be funny if this was like a comedy. You one guy would go through it and then would come crashing down.
I do like Conan's amulet, the Wheel of Pain, which used to be like the sticks and stuff, but it's now
okay.
metal wheel of pain symbol.
Don't tell me you try to take one of the jewels off, the whole place comes coming down. Oh, maybe not. Okay.
You know, he keeps eating them, but eventually you gotta poop it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. I'm not going there. Of course, I will say this: you won't lose it. It's not like you're gonna be running out with your bag full of jewels. Oh no, they all fell before I reached the exit, before the place came down.
Do either of you two watch South Park?
Yes.
I used to watch it a bit years ago. I should.
Did you see the one when they were trapped in the cavern with Al Gore? And
No, I didn't see that one.
Pig?
Man, bear, pig, half
And
man,
Cartman-
half bear, half pig.
And Cartman eats all the jewels that he finds his like jewels and he eats them all.
That's funny. Dagoth will arise, then let men fear. Death to the world.
And even the name, it's very
The woman
You know.
child will be sacrificed. Hey,
It's very
this can't mean
Cthulhu-esque.
anything, right? Maybe don't resurrect this thing.
It's a Dagoth, very Lovecraftian sounding.
Yeah, well, there's intersection with Conan and Lovecraft stuff because it was, of course, to be fair, it was a running joke in the Lovecraft circle that they would have like cameo appearances. Like, for instance, the Serpent Men from the Cole books, I think, showed up in a Lovecraft story because he liked those from the Cole story, you know. But I think they meant it more as a joke than this is a shared universe. But yeah, you could see it as a shared universe that Conan is in the same world as the Cthulhu mythos and all that. Yeah. Yeah, Clark Ashton Smith, and I think he did a lot of Arabian adventures, more that style of fantasy.
So I was just looking on eBay for Conan the Destroyer soundtrack because I don't have it. And the City of Prague did the entire score a couple of years back on a 2-disc set. And it is £30 from Great Britain.
Okay.
With $111.07 for shipping.
Yours.
How about I just fly
How?
out there? I'll stop by next time I'm visiting Britain. I can save on the shipping, okay?
How is it over $100 to ship a CD?
I'll buy you a tea and crumpet, and we'll save on the shipping. Just meet me at this cafe and give you the CD, okay? You know, I should tell the guy.
All the skulls. And each
How
one
does it cost that much? It doesn't. I hate it when people mess with shipping like that, and they do it all the time. All right. So
just like a lot of those things like you get at Christmas time, like the meat logs and cheese things that you can order.
Yeah.
Where like the shipping costs more than the items do.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. The other things like order and get a free gift, that sort of thing, right? Get a box of Petit Fours.
Oh yeah. I always like the chocolate covered raspberry gels.
Yeah.
Sugar-free ones, of course.
What do I like from those catalogs? I like the meat sticks you can get sometimes. I like those.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got some of those many years ago, and I want to have the can.
He was trying to pry that jewel off. What you call a thief, I call an archaeologist. Did you just have like a weird pan?
Ooh. I still would like more music in this film. Like right here would be nice.
Yeah, like something.
Why is
very
like no one
menacing.
wearing armor? We have all these bladed weapons. I'm gonna have my chest exposed. Like, come on. We come in peace, then let us go in peace. The girl come forward. Yeah, I bet you have. We've been waiting for all our lives.
Ferdinand Main, the guy playing the leader there, he was in some other stuff.
I like this Conan. I have heard of you, right? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So what else have you seen him in now?
I'm trying to remember. He was in something. I wouldn't say it was popular, but Howling 2. Okay, he was in Yellowbeard. I do remember that. He was. I thought he was in something else. Hawk the Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Revenge of the Pink Panther.
Good point, Jeff Richardson. $100 plus on shipping. Yes. And they're not called bootlegs; they're called imports.
So this is like a Cult of Dagoth or something. See, this is where the R rating really would help.
Yeah.
And it's kind of recycled score right here too.
Yeah, I know.
But I kind of wonder if that was done in the editing room.
Yeah, I actually don't like the fact that you have a lot of score recycled in this. That's why I didn't mind the beginning theme, because this is a different, tonally a different kind of story. So I don't want to be hearing the same score again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I do love that don 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 don.
The drums, yes.
Yeah, that's just so. That to me, I hear that it's like Conan as much as I hear like Superman and Indiana Jones and the other ones.
Dude, Bombata's kicking some butt. Look, I know it. He was going to lift a guy by the neck and just snap it. It's like, I wish this was R-rated in this part. I want to see like the guy like ripping the head off. Okay, it's like,
yeah.
You know, I'm paying to see this movie, and you're not giving me what I want to see. Okay. Oh, I love this. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave Conan out there because I'm a piece of work.
That's a bitch move, y'all.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Hey, wait, what do you do? So one of us must have bumped it by accident. Conan probably could have killed them all.
Ching ching.
Behind the dragon, there's a tunnel. It could be our only way out. The jewel. Take the jewel. He's using magic, though. That's interesting to open the door. I like that. That's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
What are those bodies on the side of the wall? Were they walled in there? Alive, probably. I bet they were walled in there alive.
So there's an interesting story there somewhere.
He's not going to be able to swallow that jewel.
I like the little ching ching. You see, a lot of the helmets in this film, you also get reused, and not only in the Conan films, but like Willow and some other stuff.
It'd be funny if like they show up in the Road Warrior 2 or something, right? I don't know.
Did Did you ever watch Voyage, Bottom of the Sea and Lost in Space, Big Al?
The shows, yeah.
Oh yeah, you see a
Yeah.
lot of like reuse stuff.
Yeah, like the space alien this week would be the sea monster next week. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Do you ever watch Ultraman?
Long time ago. Long.
Oh, some of they actually reuse like Godzilla and Gamera costumes, and like it would add like there's one where like Godzilla has like a big fin around his neck. It's like one of the old Godzilla costumes.
Huh.
He's frying his brain.
You think he fried his brain?
He was breathing smoke.
I do feel like he had a better part in this movie than he did in the last one.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well,
All
he's got more of a part in this film.
He does more magic.
Okay, is Wilt Chamberlain's beard in this real?
Hmm.
I would think so.
Uh,
I mean, a beard's something you could say, "Hey, guy, can you grow a beard?" And you'd wait a month, maybe?
I guess it's real. All right. Maybe it's the hair. Something about it seems. I don't know.
They might have blackened it.
Look at that. He's been what? Oh man, you're betraying me. I didn't see this coming.
It's like the fifth time you've tried to kill me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was hitting a nasty snake on the ceiling. I didn't see you there. So, let's make something when I got. What's he gonna do, huh? All right, we have to take you back home so you can be the living sacrifice to the evil Lovecraftian monster we're going to resurrect to destroy the world. I don't know. It's like, oh man, I'm sorry. All right, bump it open.
This is like Conan is cool. Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
Conan is. They had a Conan cartoon series, Conan the Adventurer.
What about Thundar the Barbarian? Did you ever watch that?
No.
I remember it. I never really watched it, but I remember it. Well, they had a live action Conan show too.
I never saw it, but I noticed it was on Tubi. You can catch it on Tubi.
Yeah, Ralph Mueller, I think, plays him.
Hmm. Is that any good?
It's like a lot of it's like, them doing the Beastmaster show, and they had a Sinbad show, and
I remember the Sinbad show.
Kind of like when Hercules and Xena became so popular, they just kind of started
doing all those types of shows. I remember Sinbad. Yeah. They used to have Sinbad on before Xena on my local network. I remember that.
Yeah, this is a very quiet film.
Yeah, because they could be like I said, it's just right now there's no music. It's just horses.
See, the Conan had traveling companions on the TV show. In the stories, I don't remember having tons of companions. I'm sorry, he was kind of a loner. Sometimes he'd have a companion in a story. Usually, the companion would get killed in the process too. Okay, it's like. Remember one story he had the jewels in the one hand and he could either rescue the girl or rescue the jewels, and he was thinking about it for half a second. He rescued the woman, but he was like, you don't have to come. All right, I will. I won't. I mean, what's in it for us? I mean, Charles, there were thieves. He's got a point.
He starts hearing.
All right. Better go. You can't do without me.
See, if he had like a more prominent theme, that would have been very well placed right there.
So these more evil wizards or priests or whatever they are, I don't know.
Oh, that's right. He was Bob the Goon in Batman. Guy played Matt.
He was. I liked him better
Yep.
in Batman. That's right.
I was looking at some of the other stuff he was in.
Okay.
It's the PlayStation 5.
What's the PlayStation 5?
I was making a joke. It's
okay.
Like isn't that like the big hot thing right now, PlayStation 5?
Yeah, because you can't find it anywhere. By the way, a rumor has it that PlayStation 5 Slim is going to come out in 2023, so you may want to wait till then. Not that I'm even a PlayStation fan. I don't really like Sony right now, but I have an Xbox and I have a Switch.
Well, guess we didn't try.
Oh, he knows something. Is this where he does the whole my sister's, brother's, cousin's, daughter's friend told me? No.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah.
Oh wow, you're right.
My cousin's sister's brother. Wouldn't your cousin's sister's brother just be your cousin? I mean, if we're being technical about it.
Or why not just say your cousin's brother?
Unless it's a step brother. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Here, drink this drink that's going to make you pass out so we can cut your head off or something. I don't know. It's like... That's her aunt, right?
Yeah.
What's her name again? Sarah
Douglas.
Douglas.
She's in a movie called Lair of the White Worm I should check out sometime. All right, go inside. Let's creep on down. Oh.
And here's the music from the orgy from the first film.
Yep.
Yeah, see, again, I don't like them reusing themes. It's bothering me.
And you can tell the orchestra isn't as good. It just doesn't have the same fluidity, the softness.
See, they kind of did that with Superman 2, but I can kind of look at that as, well, Superman 2 is kind of like Superman Part 2, so I'm not minding them using some of the same music again, but it's like...
What difference does it make?
Well, yeah, I know.
That's funny.
Sister's brother. Don't do it.
That is my favorite piece of music from the first film, but...
Oh, the orgy?
Yeah.
It is
not
good.
Because it's an orgy. I just like that piece of music.
It's a good piece of music.
It reminds you of like a festival of Bacchus or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a feast of Bacchus. All right. These guys are gonna die. They're saying kill me.
So it is a nice little, rolling,
All right. All right. There you go. Oh, Daggeth, God of gods. It'd be funny if it goes to all this trouble and nothing happens. You know, like, oh,
Sight.
that's it. That's the end. It's like, oh, that's all a bunch of horse hockey. Okay, it's like, you know, it's.
I like he goes stabs the dead guy.
I always have an idea of like making things anticlimactic and just okay, yeah, no, nothing happens. Kind of like the last episode of Marvel's Inhumans, where they keep building up that the one guy.
You made it to the last episode.
It was bad. It was bad all the way through. And let me tell you something. You're expecting a build-up like the other brother, the royal brother that didn't become an Inhuman, but he's still part of the royal family, so he's not working in the mines. He was going to go through the Terrigenesis again, and they kept building up. He was going to go through the Terrigenesis again, and then he doesn't go through the Terrigenesis again. Because I was expecting he was going to go through the Terrigenesis like he was doing something so he could actually turn into an Inhuman, and then something was going to go terribly wrong. He was going to turn into this big monster that, you know, the heroes were going to have to fight. No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen because that would have cost some money. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Okay. Anyway, we're missing the Bombata, the Conan versus Bombata. Okay. Oh no.
And she's way calmer than what I would be if I was in her shoes.
Well, I think she's drugged. She's probably like in a trance or something.
Yeah, they slipped her the Mickey and the Kool-Aid. Basically.
Yeah, she put it. She put it in the drink. Yeah, we saw it earlier. Okay. Now this is kind of freaky when I see this happen. When I was a kid, I'm like, oh, something is going to happen with this thing. I think it's just a statue. What's going to happen? It's like, oh, go right for the leg. Okay,
take him down. Yep.
That's about where your sword reaches. His leg. No, I'm sorry. Oh, right through the priest. Yes. Okay. Now, I'm wondering what's going on here. If the ceremony had been completed correctly, would the Dagoth have been more normal, not turned into that monster? Or would that just have happened regardless? Okay.
I think it would have happened regardless.
I think so, too. Yeah. I was always wondering that as a kid.
If you're going to destroy the world, you're probably
not going to look like not going to look like Cupid or something, you know? It's like... Because at first he's looking like a Greek god, you know, but then he's turning into this horrible monstrosity. Okay.
Melissa Harris talking about the Powerpuff Girls casting.
All right, I'll see. I'll see. Can't always promise I'll cover every story, but we'll see. I don't see. CW is almost like there's nothing good on the CW. I'm sorry. I've tried. I even tried the Superman and Lois show. It's just it's not good. I know where they're going to go with it, and I don't like where they're going to go with it. It's going to be about the Suns.
This whole section needs music.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, like a menacing overture or something. Oh, here we go. That is terrifying. That's like something out of Alien. Jeez.
And you know who you know who played Dagoth, right?
No.
Andre the Giant.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, he's in the costume.
And I always found this more frightening than Snake Man from the first one.
Snake Man? Oh,
yeah,
right.
James Earl Jones?
That's right. Yes. Well, yes, but it's... Well, this is a god. Thulsa Doom's not a god. Okay. I mean, if he may fancy himself one. He's... Grace Jones, the rescue. It's almost like a creature from the Black Lagoon type thing too. He's got the fins and just I don't know.
But like I say, he is very Lovecraftian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he's right out of whatever they call it.
What would Dagoth do? Everyone's chipping in.
Yeah.
The horn, Conan, the horn. Remove the horn. Is that like marble he just broke through?
I think so.
Is he commanding lightning now?
I think it's just random.
No, it looks like we'll see how he's waving his arm as it comes down. I had actually never noticed that before, but it does look like he is making the lightning strike.
Mm-hmm. Probably because you caught on TBS where they cut off half the screen, right? No,
Yeah.
I'm just... Oh! Okay, he's gonna
see right here. They need dun, 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 dun. They need that Conan theme.
tear it off.
Yeah. I feel like there's a good story here.
Oh yeah, I mean
That's gross.
Now we get some music. Thank you.
Probably the goriest part in the whole movie. Is he going to turn into a statue or something now? Now that the thing is off, shouldn't he just turn into a statue again? Ew, green pus.
I feel like in the R-rated version, he should probably like just chop the thing's head off and throw it down the stairs.
Yes.
Here comes Malik. I'm helping.
It'd be funny if he did that and there was like a nerve twitch and the thing knocked his head off, or something. Like like he hit the spinal column and the hand whipped up and knocked his head off or something.
Conan, Godslayer.
Minstrel's playing. I want to be a minstrel.
A wandering minstrel.
All right, this is like the ending of Wizard of Oz, or the ending of Star Wars, maybe. Okay, okay, y'all get medals. Zula.
No sound engraver. That is not her real hair. See, 1984. Hello. Strong women. Still.
There you go. Was she gonna be captain of the guard?
I like they looked at Conan for
considering the other one guy is dead and he tried murdering you. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Okay. Me? I'm here. Okay, what's he gonna get to do?
Court jester.
Yeah.
That's kind of that's some of a fool. Oh, world's greatest wizard, come forward, please. Oh, you talking about me? Okay, fine arts of mystical. Okay, later. Well, you could have let me finish the sentence. Okay. And Conan.
I feel like he should have stayed with Conan, though.
Well, he would have to meet him again.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's the chronicler.
Yeah. Does Conan have like a pet in any of the books, like a dog or a wolf? Or
There is a dog in one of the stories, but it doesn't belong to Conan. It belongs to a guy he's fighting with. Okay. Yeah, I will have my own kingdom, my own queen. Well, yeah, but you can have this kingdom, and I'll be your queen. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. Okay. I would have been
it's a starter kingdom, you know.
The world would have gotten no. There's no. Yeah. Starter kingdom. Sure. Okay. No, I feel nothing. I feel nothing for you. You're just not pretty enough for me. What can I tell you? Okay. I don't understand this.
I'd be
This
putting
doesn't make any sense.
If only you had red hair.
Valeria had blonde hair. None of this.
Yeah.
She's dead. She's with Crom. Move on. I think Valeria would want you to move on. There you go.
I would be putting a crown on my head so fast it wouldn't be
Pretty
funny.
young blonde prince, blonde queen wants to give you her kingdom and probably bear you many children. I don't understand this. This makes no sense. That ending makes no sense. Okay.
I love his weapon here.
Yeah.
God, I love that. That's
we see him on the throne. I guess he's older here. We're never gonna get to see this story though.
They're making it.
Oh, please.
It's undeveloped.
Yeah,
it's
old man Conan. Great. Okay, he's going to have a walker in it. He's too old.
I think it's the Age of Conan is what's called.
Oh, he's too old.
Age is right, but you know.
Has to take place after the Hour of the Dragon. That's the last Conan. That's the oldest Conan was ever in. The oldest Conan was in any of the Robert E. Howard stories when was in his 50s. I'm sorry. This is not. No.
Well, did they ever have Conan's death?
No. Never talked about.
Well, this could be it.
Yeah. Well, I'm supposed to. No, it's not canon. I'm not going to buy it. Sorry.
Did y'all hear about the?
Okay, fan man.
Hey,
I've argued I'm the most like him in personality out of everyone in this community.
Paul Verhoeven and Arnold were going to do this Crusade movie back in the.
Yes,
have you heard about that?
I remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have liked to see that.
And it was all set up. It was the final meeting, and they were hammering out the budget. And the studio said, you can have like $150 million to do it. And Paul Verhoeven just said, no, I need $2 million. And they're like, we'll give you $150. And Arnold was like, shut up. Take the money. We'll make the movie. They'll give us more, after the fact.
Right.
$200 million.
He's like, no, I need 200. They're like, no. We'll only give you 150. And Arnold's like, shut up. And he's like,
love to have
no.
seen that film.
And he walked out, and it never got made. I'm like, oh.
Wasn't it related to Kingdom of Heaven though?
No.
So there's an unproduced script out there based on the Crusades.
The script was written. The locations were scouted. Pre-production was done. They were just hammering out the final budget details.
Yeah, I remember.
Paul Verhoeven got bitchy about like, no, I need more money to do it. And Arnold was like, just shut up. We'll come up with the money after the fact. Because how many movies go over budget? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you take the money, you make the film, you spend more than you need to, and you make it up at the box office.
Yeah.
If it's good.
Yeah. We would like to thank the estate of Robert E. Howard and Conan Properties. There's no estate. No one's left. He had no heirs.
And Grace Jones is listed as the second bill in the cast characters.
Well, I mean,
Color by Technicolor. Jeff Richardson. I don't think we've seen him before. Okay. Conan of the Isles. He was in his late 60s, book 12 of the Del Rey series from the 60s. Oh, well, yeah, but that was probably not written by Robert E. Howard. Yeah, but I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying.
You're saying if it ain't Howard, it ain't Conan.
Well, no, let me not turn into that guy, even though I'm tempted.
Don't be fan man.
Okay, I'm just saying it might be a good book. I'm just actually, to be fair, my problem would even have been if Arnold was in his 60s, I'd let it go. He's in his 70s now, though. That's my problem. Okay, he's all too old. I'm sorry.
I would pay money to see. I'd pay money to see the movie, though.
I would too. I would love to see it.
Conan of the Isles. I'll have to see who wrote that. Oh.
So yeah, Hyborian Age. I'm trying to see if
It's suggesting different movies I would like. I think The Hobbit is showing up. Okay.
Are there just 12 books in that series, Jeff? Is that the final
Okay,
book
I
in that
need to
series?
explain something to you, and you need to listen to me before I blow a gasket. Conan was not novels. There was only one Conan novel written by Robert E. Howard. The rest are short stories.
I know. We're talking about the Del Rey series, though. From
It
the
might be
60s.
good. I never read it. Okay. But that just gives you how much material you have to work with. It's not just the Robert E. Howard books. You have also the Robert E. Howard stories. You have all the stuff that was written after that. You could peel through that.
I mean, it's not like Star Wars. It didn't have comics or books or anything.
That's not talk. I'm gonna have enough of a headache talking about this on Sunday. Okay.
Okay, here's what. Okay, Legend of Conan, 2012, producers Chris Morgan and blah blah announced plans for a sequel to 82's Conan the Barbarian titled The Legend of Conan, with Arnold reprising his role. The script was finished. Schwarzenegger and Chris Morgan, were in meeting with possible directors. In April 2017, Morgan stated Universal had dropped the project, although there was a possibility of a TV show.
Look up Conan of the Isles.
The story of the film is supposed to be set 30 years after the first, with some inspiration from Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven.
What?
That's what it says.
Oh,
Just reading
Elsbreg de Camp. He's the one that
Wiki.
took over after Robert E. Howard died.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he's who wrote the Conan. When was this written? I'm sorry, I'm looking this up. Sorry, I got distracted. 1970. Okay.
Tothamon, the character Tothamon, the guy who turned into the monster. They used the name from one of the in the Conan stories. The Phoenix on the sword, and was mentioned in The God in the Bowl and The Hour of the Dragon.
The Hour of the is that what it's supposed to be based on?
Yeah, the wizard character, the one who turned in with the yeah.
Okay.
Portrayed by Pat Roach in Conan the Destroyer.
Okay. Well,
Then there's Zenobia, a Seraglio concubine.
What?
Conan promises to wed and make his queen of Aquilonia in Hour of the Dragon.
He marries her because she's the one that helps him out. I think she was just like a servant. I don't know if she was a servant girl or just like I don't know. She wasn't high up in rank, and she basically helps him out when the ape thing is going to come out. She gives him a knife or something to help, because it says,
Yeah, she was part of a harem or something.
Yeah, he basically said, "Okay, no, you're going to be queen now." He made it. That was the last line in the book, I think. She was just a harem girl. Now she'll be queen of Aquilonia. Okay, because she basically saved his life. Okay, because he would have been dead if he didn't have any weapon on him while he was having to go up against the thing they let loose.
September 2020, it's announced that Netflix had made a large deal involving Malmberg and Mark Wheeler from Pathfinder Media between Netflix and Conan Properties International for exclusive rights to the Conan library for the rights for live-action and animated films and TV shows.
I don't know. We'll see.
That show was killed by the new incoming president or something because it was too toxic.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, for Netflix or for Amazon?
Netflix.
Because they were going to make it for Amazon and then it got kicked off there. Wait a minute, what do you mean they kicked it off for being too toxic? When did this happen?
I don't know, people drinking poison and stuff like that, No.
When was this announced that it was canceled?
They got a new vice president or programming or something, and she didn't like it. She's like, I don't know.
Okay, well you know what that means? It means it would have been good then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you don't like something, don't watch it.
Yeah,
it's not that hard.
And I guess that's why they did The Witcher. They did The Witcher instead.
I assume that,
which I actually like. I like The Witcher. It's all right. I don't know the books or the game, so I of course don't mind the show because it doesn't. I don't have any preconceptions.
Jeff Richardson, thank you for coming by tonight. First time here. Come back next week. Always like to see new people.
What you guys doing next week, Dino?
We don't know yet. We discussed some things, but we haven't decided
We
on
can discuss
anything.
it after the stream, maybe. I don't
Yes.
know.
Well,
It's a top secret discussion.
I am just very happy that you included me on this little
Sure, we'll have you on
trip
again.
to the Hyborian Age, which I have always loved. I always love these films, and if any time you want to have me back, just ask. I'll be
You are always most welcome. And I have a question to propose for the entire world.
Uh-oh.
How is it that Lana Del Rey pops up under a Conan book search? I guess
because
the Del
people
Rey
that
part.
like Conan like Lana Del Rey.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe were the DeCamp books made by Del Rey Publishing? Maybe.
Yes, that's why.
Well, I mean, her last name is like Del Rey, so
Yeah, so it might just be. You look for the Del Rey. I always liked the Del Rey. If I saw Del Rey on the corner of a book, and chances are it was like something that I would have liked. You know, like sci-fi or adventure or fantasy or something.
And Melissa Harris, are you talking about like the cartoon troll movie, or is this like a horror movie thing?
The troll movies from the 80s with like the original Harry Potter. The character's name is Harry Potter in the first
there you
one.
go.
As Julia Louis-Dreyfus has a really cute little dryad sprite fairy thing.
It's not good.
Oh, horror movie. Okay, yeah. I'm
not
not
Army of Darkness movies. We could do maybe around Halloween time or something. That might be a good one. Yeah,
Troll's fun. I'm going to do Troll eventually. I don't know about Troll 2, but I definitely would like to do Troll one day.
All right. We'll have to think about it. All right. So do we have anything left to say about Conan the Destroyer?
Needs more music. Needs a better orchestra. Needs a it kind of has a complete soundtrack release.
Definitely, I definitely noticed there are a lot of spots where I'm like, they like when he jumps off the thing with the sword in one hand, the axe in the other. That needed like that fanfare, you know, because that was he just like drops on the guys.
I guess it's a good example of not having enough music and the detrimental effects thereof.
Right. But the music they had, I mean, it was okay. But you could tell that the orchestra wasn't as up to snuff, as it were, to the first one.
But I'll still listen to it. I'll listen to it any day. If it pops up on YouTube, I press the play button.
It's like pizza, even even frozen pizza you still find I'd still eat it.
Depends on the frozen pizza.
DiGiorno is good.
I like the DiGiorno Primo pepperoni, which I can't find anywhere these days.
Red Baron's good too. I like Red Baron.
I like the Palermo. Of course, apparently that's a restaurant chain. I didn't even realize it. So
I don't remember. I remember if you got a Celeste, I was like, wow, we got Celeste pizza. And now it's like the cheapest one of the cheapest pizzas you can get outside of the store brand.
It's not good. They really ruined it. That used to be a go-to frozen pizza. Then they started using cheese that wasn't cheese. If you catch my drift, and they started cheaping out on the ingredients. Just give us the real ingredients. Charge more, okay? I'll pay it, okay? Don't not skimp out on the ingredients. I haven't even seen Celeste in ages. Anyway, I don't even know if they're even around anymore. They probably cheaped out on the ingredients, and they haven't been any chains I've been in because people probably stopped buying them because they cheaped out on the ingredients. Best frozen pizza though was the Pillsbury microwave frozen pizza from the 80s. I miss it dearly, and I wish it would come back someday, but it never will. I have to time travel now.
Oddly, what I like the pizza kits you can get from schools when they sell for like fundraisers.
Oh no, I don't know about that.
They're pretty good. It reminds me of what I always called carnival pizza, or like the pizza you get at like one of the gas stations. That fixed pizza.
Okay.
There's something about it. It's like not great pizza.
No,
but whatever it is good. And I also like the Chef Boyardee box pizza. You know, it comes with like just a little grated cheese and stuff.
I've seen that. Yes.
I like the spread out. It's almost like a little pizza flavored big cracker. That's what it turns into for me, and I just dig it.
What do I like though? I like the Palermos. The Palermo used to make a frozen flatbread pizza that was garlic pepperoni, and the mozzarella on it was shaped into cloves of garlic.
Ooh, nice.
If you can get your hands on that, I recommend it though. Keep an eye on it though; those things go up. Okay. Like keep an eye on it in the oven. I mean, because it may say 10 to 15. No, you put it on 10 minimum maximum. Otherwise, those are going to catch on fire. Okay.
Get one of those pizzazz. Have you ever had the pizzazz, the little thing that rotates on your tabletop?
No, I don't know that.
Look up the pizzazz pizza maker. They work.
Okay.
At least what I had does. I got it for like $10 at a church yard sale, and it was like awesome.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. What about you, Daniel? Any frozen pizza brands you like?
No.
Okay, well, you're a big conversation. You know, I actually like the Red Baron deep dish. That's the deluxe version, but I can't ever find it anywhere.
I'm more of a regular like New York style guy.
Right, gotcha. Well, if I'm going like chains, though, I like Pizzeria Uno. I like that a lot. They do the Chicago style.
Yeah,
I'm sure Chicagoans. Oh, that's not real Chicago style. Well, whatever. Okay.
It's the closest we can get though when we're not in Chicago.
Exactly.
No, I like.
We all can't beat Troy.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, that's true. Troy probably know more about Chicago style pizza than anybody. I'll have to ask him about it.
I like because the ones around here we just have like the major. We have like the Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Domino's, and of those, I gotta say Papa John's is just better. It's I don't know.
I like Domino's better than Papa John's.
I mean, they're all good, basically, but
Pizza Hut has fallen off the cliff. In fact, ours in my town closed down. I think it was a casualty of the pandemic.
Plus, my mother loves the Papadillas.
What are those?
They're like the little stuffed sandwiches. It's basically a Stromboli or calzone.
Oh, I never had those. I had the ones they sold at Pizza Hut, the pizzones.
Yeah, it's basically the Papa John's version of that. They got different fillings. Like they got a Philly cheesesteak and a Italian sub and a
oh wow, okay,
pepperoni and sausage and I think a buffalo. Is it a buffalo chicken? Maybe. And I think they have another one, but I can't remember what it is.
Cool.
I don't want a pizza.
Now you want pizza. I understand. Anyway, all right. So next week,
everyone for coming by tonight. We haven't decided next week's film yet.
Well, I know you wanted to get So Many Phantoms back at some point, but I guess she's still busy, right?
She's still busy, as far as I know.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe we'll have Al back. We'll see. We got to figure out what we're going to do. Okay, all right.
I talked to Fan Man about doing the Crucible, but he said he has to wait till school's out.
Understood. All right, cool.
Yeah, because between his job and his family, he does stay pretty busy.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
You have a good night too, Jedi Masters Utopia, and thank you, Melissa Harris, for coming by. And Jeff Richardson, nice to see someone new. Come back next week. Like, subscribe, and do all that YouTube stuff. But it's always nice to see someone new. Thanks for coming by.
All right, cool.
And adopt, don't shop, everyone. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week, everyone.
All right.